repository. Then git test up also done. Next we have Postman and Maven. These two are very straightforward and simple.
Ravi,
So
one thing,
yes,
this GitLab code, how is deployed into the any point runtime manager?
sorry, what will we deploy?
We are keep this code in our Git repository. Okay.
That all
Then
those discussion we will do once we will start our actual development activity. Right now
okay.
we are doing software setup. Okay, so we'll not go in very detail. Whatever
Okay.
is required on very high level, I'm sharing those knowledge. And once we will start our actual project development and all, we will do everything in very detailed way, in very step by step. I will show you everything. We will create a CST pipeline also. Okay.
Okay.
So now we'll see how to install this Postman. So for that, what you need to do, you need to download it from Postman download. So this particular software we will use to test our Mule API. Okay. And this one is very widely used. So Windows 64-bit, just click on this. Okay. Once you will click on this, you will download a file similar to okay. No, not this one, Postman. Okay. So once you will install this one, I have already installed, but in your case, once you will click on this, it will ask you for some steps to complete your installation. Okay, so you will able to see something like this. Here, either you can use my workspace or you can create new workspace also. So I have already my workspace where I have lots of Postman collection already. So here what you can do, inside this you can create first collection. Okay, create a new collection. Okay, and you can give any name for this collection. And inside this collection, you can create request. Okay, so you can define URL of your API. You can pass query parameter, authorization. You can pass header. You can pass body. Okay, so using this particular tool, we are going to test our Mule API. Okay, next we have Maven. Okay, so Maven, like if you like heard about dependency and all. So this Maven file we use to manage our dependency. So nowadays, like most of the project use this Maven dependency where we have POM file. Okay, so instead of like adding your jar directly in your project, what you can do, you can add Maven dependency, and at the time of build process, it will download all the required dependency or jar from Maven. Okay, so if you see here in this particular application also, we have this is Mavenize project where we have POM file. Okay, in POM file we maintain all the dependencies. Okay, so here you can see we have dependency which is for HTTP connector. We have for socket connector. So whatever jar required to like means required for this particular connector. So once you will add dependency, so what it will do, it will whenever you will build your project, okay, it will download required jar from internet from Maven. Okay, so here you can see for okay this one, this is for socket. You will able to see all the jars related to socket, and this is for HTTP connector. You will able to see all the jar related to HTTP connector. So once you will add dependency in your POM file, so it will able to download all the required jar at the build time. Okay, so nowadays, like most of the project, no matter it's in different technology also, all are Mavenized project only. So we don't like download jar and we add manually here. Just update your form file. Yeah, Sid, you have some query.
Uh, so what is the use of .m2 folder?
.m2 folder. Okay. So here, if you will go to C user, then your user, let's say this, and here you will able to see M2 folder. Okay, inside this M2 folder, generally we maintain this settings.xml file. Okay, and inside this settings.xml file,
So I have usually seen that in M2 folder also there are certain jars available. And like as you said
okay,
that using Maven also we can like it's used to download the jars from internet. So that's why I
yes,
was
yes.
wondering what is the use of M2 folder if we only like if we already have the possibility of downloading the jars from the internet.
So generally, like what happened with Mule Mavenized project, okay. So whatever like dependency you will add in POM file, automatically that will be downloaded from Nexus repository. Okay, you don't need to keep inside .m2 folder. Maybe project specific, they are doing something. Okay, I'm not aware of that part, but most of the places we maintain this setting.xml where we maintain all this like your repository detail. Let's say your repository name, repository username, password. So this one is like default one. Okay, but if you have like a licensed account, then you will get enterprise repository detail also, and you will get some user ID and password also that will be specific to your organization. That also you can add here. So this settings.xml will help your Mavenized project to connect with Nexus repository. Okay. But whatever you ask, that like some jars are there already in .m2, that part I'm not like 100% sure what exactly they are doing.
Okay, okay, understood.
Okay, so you can see here this is a Mavenized project, and like so for that particular purpose we need Maven. Okay, now you will see without installing Maven also your project will work. So at this moment, like even if you will not have Maven in your local system, if you will add any dependency, it will able to download all the like required jar from repository. Okay, from internet or like from Maven repository. Okay, so how it happens? By default, inside your studio, this Anypoint Studio, we have inbuilt Maven. Okay, so if you will go here and if you will search Maven, so you can see here huge embedded Maven installed. So like we have already embedded Maven 3.6.3 in this particular Endpoint Studio. Okay, but project is specific or maybe due to some requirement, if you want to use your Maven file, what is installed in your system, you need to uncheck this option and you need to select that particular file. Okay. So I have this one. So it's by default, it's pointing to that one. But I will show you how to install Maven file and like where exactly we will keep this file. Okay. So what you need to do first, you need to go to browser, Maven download. Okay. So from here, you can take this source zip one. Okay, download this one. Once you will download, you will have Apache Maven. Yeah, you will get this file. Okay, zip file you will download. So once you will extract this one, you will get this file. Apache Maven 3.8.4. Okay. So what you need to do, copy this entire folder, go to program file, and paste it here. Okay. So just copy paste this here. Okay, so everything will be in this folder. And you can see here I am pointing that one only C program file Apache Maven 3.8.3. So it's not always required to change like to use your own local Maven, but if due to any project specific region, you must need to use any particular version of Maven. In that case, you need to do this. So you need to download particular version of Maven. You need to keep that inside program file, and then you need to point that particular. Okay. But any project specific need is not there, use default one. Okay. It will work perfectly. So here also, like in Anycode Studio, now if we are seeing Maven one, let me show you one more thing here. So here we have network, something related to network. This also like many people facing this problem. So once you will click on network, so here you can see we have direct, manual, and native one. Okay. Sometime it may happen some URL which is outside of your company network is not accessible directly. For that, you need proxy. Okay. So every organization used to create some proxy URL. Okay. So they will provide you that host and port. So what you will do, instead of doing this direct, you will go to manual, and inside manual, you need to add that particular host and port. It's in manual or it's direct? The direct will be, it will be manual only. So here you need to, in HTTP, let's say if that one is HTTP, then go to edit, provide that host port, and then username and password to connect with that external network. Otherwise, you will not able to connect. So sometime you may need this network connection setting. If you are unable to access some URL, since that URL from outside network, and your organization is not allowing to connect with any external network. So you need then proxy network there. So your like network team will create one proxy URL for you. They will provide you host port, username, password. And then if you will configure that one, then you will able to access that particular external URL. Okay. So this way, like we are done with this Postman also. Also, okay. Now we have this Salesforce account and remote desktop. So this Salesforce account we will use to create like we will deal with our Salesforce connector and we will have Salesforce object and all. So for that, we will need this Salesforce account. And for database purpose, we are going to use cloud database. Okay. Instead of installing database in our local, we will use cloud version of database. So we will use this remote MySQL. If anyone has Azure or AWS account, you can create there also. But there it's like that process is a bit complex. Here in remote MySQL, easily we can create MySQL database. So this time is 11:48. We have 45 minutes. This Salesforce will take lots of time. This we can do tomorrow. Let's go with this remote MySQL account first. Okay, Salesforce will take tomorrow. Okay. So for this remote MySQL, what you need to do, go to this browser, Clever Cloud. Okay, and here you will get sign up option. You need to pass your email ID, password, and then select this option. Like whatever they are asking, just do sign up here and you will able to log in there. Okay. I have already account, so I'm doing from there. Yeah, so I logged in my account. Okay. Now to use this Clever Cloud to create your database server and all, we'll see step one by one. So here you can see we have add-on organization. Click on this. And then it's asking create. So you need to give organization name. So this one. Okay. In description, you can give anything. Then name, actually I will use billing email. So what I did, I created one organization first. Okay. And then it's searching for location. So it will search nearby location. Okay. It's taking too much time. So let it search, it will search. So here you can see just now we created this organization. Now in this create, okay, here you will get multiple options. So you need to click on and add on. Now here they have many services. So if you need any other services also you can use, but we are going to use database MySQL one. Click on select. Here we like they have many a subscription. We are going to use free one, trial one. So select this first one, day one, where we will get only 10 MB space. Okay. And then click on next. It will ask name. Give this name. Click on next. Okay. So here you can see like we got everything: username, host, database name, username, password, port, connection URL, everything you got. To connect with any database, you need this detail only: host, database name, username, password, and port. So we have all this detail. Okay. So using this connection detail, we will able to connect with this database. And now once you will click on this PHP my admin, so it's taking some time since this is doing setup. Now done. So you can see here like inside database, this two database is there. So we will use this one. Okay. Schema one we will not use. So inside this database, you can create table and all. Okay, let's say we create one table demo. Number of column will be 4. Click on go. So name, data type varchar, role, integer, email, varchar, phone, integer. Click on save. What it's please enter. Okay, length 50. Okay. So it created this demo table. Okay. If you want to see structure, click on this. You will see demo, and then inside this we have name, roll number, email, and phone. Okay. If you want to insert data, go here and just insert something. So this many length will take or not. Let's take this one. And second, I don't want only want one. So this they will generate query automatically. Click on go. So this record inserted. You can click on this browse and you can see. Oh, it's created 2 times. I don't know how, but two record got created. Okay, so this Clever Cloud we are going to use for our database purpose. Okay, so you need this URL. So I'm taking this URL. I will add here. Okay, so I will share this document. Next, JDK. So this one most of you should know, but still, like we'll discuss. So first, go to this browser again. JDK download. Okay, I want JDK 8. So here you will get this is JDK 8. It will ask you multiple options. So we want for Windows 64, this one, download this. So they will ask you to create Oracle account. Okay, so it will ask you to do login and all. I have already account. Okay, so it's downloading this. If you go to softwares, so here JDK 8 is there. Okay, so you need to double click on this and then it will ask next multiple time to complete the setup. So yeah, you need to complete the setup by clicking next. Okay. Once you will complete this setup, you need to go to program file to validate. Okay, two way you can validate. One way, go to program file and then here Java. You can see JDK8 GRE8. Okay, so one is this and another one you can validate through command prompt also. So you can type here Java minus version. So here you can see 1.8.0.301 is installed in my system. Okay. Once you will install, everything is not done. You need to set this particular JDK bean path. Okay, so go to JDK, then go to bean, copy this path. After that, you need to go to advanced setting. Okay, then you need to go to inside advanced setting, you need to go to environment variable. And here you can see first is Java home. I configured Java home before bean. Okay, and then I will go to path. So here also you can see here I can use Java home also, like similar to this percent system root. I can use percent Java home and then slash bin, or I can use complete path also. Okay, once you will do this, then your Java JDK configuration is done. Okay, after this, click on OK, OK, and OK. Means now your JDK setup is done properly. Okay. Again, for Anypoint Studio, it has inbuilt JDK, so you don't need to. It's not mandatory to install JDK, but yeah, like if you have any specific JDK requirement, then again you need to do it manually. Okay, now we have this Confluence SMS account. We don't need this one. We don't need. Explore this for. And we need to understand this Jira. Jira ticketing tool, how we will create. So here we will see these two are Atlassian product, Confluence, Jira, and one more is there.
Jenkins.
Jenkins is not Atlassian product. So 2, 3 Atlassian product are there, which is very widely used in our Mulesoft projects. Okay, so Confluence is one, Jira is second one. Okay,
Vicky.
so these two we will see today only. Okay, so first what we will do, we will create one Atlassian account. Okay, so it will ask you to log in Atlassian website. Okay, so first what we need to do, we need to create account here. So here I'm not sure like they will allow me to use previous account or not. Let me try. So I will try to log in with Gmail. Okay, so here, okay, if I will use existing account, then again you will not able to see proper setups from very beginning. Let me do it from new account. I have another email ID. Sorry, let me see. Yeah, I got verification email. It's asking me enter full name, create password. Okay. So in first time you will able to see account like this. Okay. Now, like what all tool we are going to use here, we will use Jira software. We will use Confluence. Okay, let's start with Jira. So it's asking to get it free. A part of this Jira, what other thing we are going to use? Confluence. Work email this, your site. use same. Okay, so it will create learn mule 1234 dot atlassian dot net. So I do software development, development manager, project planning, code writing. So it's doing setup for our account. Meanwhile, can anyone tell me why exactly we use this Jira ticketing tool? Like, what is the main purpose of using this? Anyone has any idea?
Track the day-to-day activities.
Okay, anything else?
Bugs are assigned to us in Jira format.
Okay. So this Jira, like it's a very famous ticketing tool where you can create story, you can create bugs. Okay, so you can create tasks for anyone. You can create epic. So multiple capability it has. Okay, and mostly like wherever we are working on this agile methodology, we are using this Jira ticketing tool. Okay, so we'll have some small discussion on this agile methodology also. So in project development life cycle, like we have waterfall model and we have this agile methodology. Previously, waterfall model was widely used, but now, like almost everywhere, we are removing that one with agile methodology. Since like there are lots of advantage with agile methodology. First of all, like nowadays, things are very fast moving. Okay, so things are changing very fast. Okay, if you will go with waterfall model, then like whenever you are designing your product, you will see like, okay, till your design, everything got changed. Now business needs something else. Okay, so it's very difficult to follow waterfall model nowadays. So nowadays we follow this agile methodology where we have like releases, like that release maybe in 2 months or 3 months. Okay, and then inside each release we will have multiple sprints where we will distribute our work. We will identify like what all story we are going to cover. Okay, so we will have scrum master. So the role or like for scrum master, he is mostly responsible to identify what all like story we are going to cover in which sprint. Okay, and sprint will be like you can say small means whatever release we have, that release we divide into multiple sprints, and each sprints we will have some target. Okay, so for this particular sprint, we are going to deliver this activity. Sprint can be of 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. It's depend on project to project. Okay, but like mostly I have seen it's for 2 week or 3 week. Okay, so in that particular sprint, you will get lots of story like Scrum Master will identify how many story we are going to cover in that particular sprint. And then for each sprint, like actually that that will be decided based on their story points. Okay, so based on the complexity of story, okay, there will be story point. Story means like a task, you can say. Okay, for example, you need to develop one API. So to develop that API, we will identify what all tasks you need to do. So each task will be known as story. Now for each story, there will be story points. What will be complexity of that story based on that. And like each developer will be assigned few story based on their capability. Okay, so one developer is senior developer. He has more capacity, so he can deliver 5 story point in one release. And there are some junior resources, they can deliver 3 story point only. So based on their capability, we'll assign story point, or you can say story to each developer. Okay. So how we will manage all this thing? What all story we have, what all sprints we have, what is the story point of each activity, when which story should be delivered, what is the current status. So for that, we need some tool, which is Jira ticketing tool. Okay. There are other tool also, but Jira is widely used. Like we have few more famous ticketing tool, like one is like more famous than this Jira, that is ServiceNow. Okay, ServiceNow is also very widely used. Okay, now so I'm experienced with this. Fixing, right? So they're asking just select anything, that should be fine. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Let me take some water. Yeah. Now it's asking for project detail. So here you need to give a project name. Let's say online payment. So it will give some keyword, okay, which this keyword will be used whenever you will create any story or something. Okay. So like whenever you will create new story, it will come OP1, OP2 like that. Okay. And template, we are going to use Scrum, and it's this two are we will use default one only, template and type. Click on create project. Okay, so what all additional tool we are going to use with this? For now, we are not going to use, but let's select everything fine. Yankee. Okay, now it's asking like to invite members. Okay, so we can invite member here. So let me invite one person. So can any, maybe 2 person, can anyone give your email ID? I need 2 person email ID. And you need to sometime you need to share your screen also. So if you are comfortable with that, then only share your email ID. So we are going to do one small activity here. So for to complete that activity, we need to share your screen also.